Lately, everybody's talking at me, and maybe I should turn it off. Shelter, I know that I've been waiting for some shelter in my heart. I can't control the words I've been saying, filter me out, my mind is just playing. Heart is running wild, got me talking like a child. Fire in my soul, I know I'm just faded, lifting me up, I know I won't take it. Sparks are running wild, yeah. Got me starting up a riot, I'm bringing that fire. Gonna go wild, so I get higher. Got me starting up a riot, till we backfire. Gonna go wild, always getting higher. Lately, everybody's talking at me, and maybe I should turn it off. Shelter, I know that I've been waiting for some shelter in my heart. I can't control the words I've been saying, filter me out, my mind is just playing. Heart is running wild, got me talking like a
What's good, chat?
fire in my soul, I know I'm just faded, lifting me up, I know I won't take it. Sparks are running wild, yeah. Got me starting up a riot.
What's good, chat? Welcome to the stream, baby. Set up a riot into that fire. Can we go wild? Oh, it's getting higher. Woo! What's good, everyone? Welcome to the stream, baby. This song just hits, chat. This song just hits. I don't know what it is. That song just be hitting all the time, but we're back on the stream. What's good, Tristan? Welcome to the stream, bro. It's good to have you back in here. What's up, Andrew? How are you doing? I'm actually doing pretty good. Just had to go lock in on a quick exam, but we're back. We're streaming the show once again. It's been a little bit. Definitely want to stream a little bit more than I have been. It's just this week was actually pretty busy for me, so it was kind of hard to get a lot of content out, even though I know the game just did come out. Unfortunately, there actually was a new update on Diamond Dynasty, which we're going to talk about first, and then we're going to actually go into storylines, because I do think that update is important to cover and check out and everything like that. So yeah, I do think that's important. Let's switch the music over here now. Boom, bada boom. How you doing? There we go. Yeah, so real quick, we're just going to hop in to Diamond Dynasty and show you guys the update. As you can see, they finally added the calendar back. So if I just close this and close that, you guys can see they finally added the whole calendar with coming soon. So we got some new things coming soon. We have a new Threads program, new Diamond Quest, which is exciting, opening day, and then Supercharges are going to be back. So that's going to be very exciting. Figured I'd just mention that. They've also added a couple more things as well. There's no new programs or anything like this, like no new nothing yet. They did add they had 2 new conquest maps as well. So the grapefruit and the apple map is still here. As you guys can see, I'm still pretty far behind on conquest, but adding a lot of offline stuff. And then they did add this chase card in Rob Dibble, which is pretty interesting. He's a pretty good card as well. A pretty solid fastball, slider, cutter. Once again, like the Rob Dibble cards we had before. So pretty cool. That's a new chase pack right there. So definitely exciting. But let's get into the main reason we're here, which is going to be storylines, guys. This is the main reason we're here. Let's get into this one, chat, because it's going to be very interesting with the Negro Leagues and all that good stuff.
Previously on storylines, the Negro Leagues.
Here we go, chat. I'm going to lock in. Kansas City.
When I met Buck in 1993, one of the first questions that I posed to him was, what motivated you to want to build a Negro Leagues baseball museum? And his answer
That's a good question.
was succinct, but very poignant. So that baseball's unsung heroes will never be forgotten.
I like that they have all the previous guys in the seasons. That's actually really cool. That's sick.
Without question, Satchel Paige was the Negro League's biggest and brightest star. A lot of people don't know that Jackie Robinson's illustrious professional baseball career began in Kansas City in 1945.
So we learned in
with the Kansas City
season
Miners.
1, baby. Season
The
2.
beauty of the Negro Leagues is that they didn't care what color you were and they didn't care what gender you were. The legendary Josh Gibson would have hit home runs in any league, in any era, had he been given the opportunity to do so. What we are doing is fueling dreams. We're fueling the possibilities that come from this incredible story of amazing athletes who overcame the obstacles that were in front of them to go after their dreams. And the Negro Leagues gave them a platform to do just that.
It's a cool intro. That was a sick intro. Season 3, babies.
They say every star tells a story. And isn't it fitting that one story
I think we've
of
seen this, but
triumph over adversity was founded in the winter and celebrated in the summer under bright lights with stars in the sky. A story of monarchs and grays, clowns and Crawfords, eagles and giants, and of course, stars, who define what for the love of the game really meant. And on those fields, under those lights, legends came to play.
I love these
Where their
intros.
passion never died, where their stars would always shine. These are the legends. These are their stories. This is the Negro Leagues.
Let's go, baby. Man, what an intro. What an intro, chat. Let's go, baby. Alright, so we got 3 stories in the game right now, 7 episodes each. And we also got a Buck Leonard card in the game. Yeah, there's 4 Negro League cards as well. So this is the 4th one. Yeah, obviously they're not the greatest cards, but let's start with Cool Papa Bell. I think is the one we're going to start with. Let's get into it. Here's his card, by the way. Obviously, he's a pitcher and hitter. Really good contact, especially on this card. Really good speed as well. So definitely could be a good pinch runner for you guys. But definitely a better hitter than I think pitcher. But let's get into his story. Here we go, chat.
When I say the name James Thomas Bell, most people have no idea who you're talking about. But when you say Cool Papa, everybody knows.
Definition of speed. Yeah, he was pretty fast. I ain't gonna lie.
I believe that it is the greatest nickname in baseball history. He is still believed to be the fastest man to ever play this game.
I don't know about that nowadays.
How fast was Cool Papa Bell? I guess you could say faster than a light switch. The legendary Satchel Paige would say of his friend that he was so fast that he could walk in a room, turn off the lights, get in bed, pull up the covers before the room went dark. They clocked him circling the bases in an amazing 12 seconds.
God damn.
He twice, honest to God's truth, twice scored from first base on a bunt in exhibition games against Major League All-Stars. He once stole 175 bases in a less than 200 game season. The legendary Jesse Owens, who at that time was the fastest man in the world, would never race Cool Papa Bell. He would have made Jesse Owens look like he was standing still.
Did you ever race him, like, before a game in front of crowds and stuff?
We had a doubleheader in Cleveland, Ohio, and he was in the stand. He seen me running the bases around, and they say, I left my track shoes home, so I didn't have any track shoes.
It's actually cool they got like video of him. That's pretty cool, actually. Alright, we got a tally of hitting this one. That's what we're doing. Cool Papa Bell. You say James Thomas Bell, most people have no idea who you're talking about when they say Cool Papa. Everyone knows. Bob Kendrick, baby, back with the quotes. Love to see that. Alright, let's get into it, chat. Let's get into it. Definitely, I wonder if, like, the guys of today would beat his record. Like, guys like Bobby Witt Jr., Ellie De La Cruz, right? Like, because those guys are quick, you know what I mean? Like, those guys are fast, but who knows how fast he was, you know? I wasn't really alive when that happened, so. Oh, we got fastball. Of course, we're facing the Monarchs, right? Always facing the Monarchs. Absolutely piece that ball. God damn. Let's go, baby. Piece that ball. Only 55 power, too. Let's go 3. Let's go 3. Stand up triple. And there it is. Yeah, I mean, if he was the fastest guy and you don't got, you know, 99 speed, I think he had 99 steal on his card, unless it's flipped around. All right, we got the Road St. Louis jersey, 50 subs, 150 XP, and the next mission. Here we go, blazing speed, chat. Nope, no cutscene. I hate when they do that. There's no cutscene for one of them. I hate that. I wish there was a cutscene for all of them. It'd be pretty cool, but I guess not. Hopefully everyone in the chat is doing pretty well. Shout out you guys being here. We appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. I just gotta steal a base on this one. If I had to guess, score a run. Oh, I got a steal on the bunt. Oh hell no. Oh, that's crazy. Oh yeah, we're there. We're there, chat. Okay, so it's just an automatic double, I guess, is what I'm gonna assume on that. Let's go! Go safe! Swim move. Love the swim move. Oh, look at that replay. Goes in with that hand. Oh, snap. Skirt! Okay, it wasn't really the best animation, but still. Yeah, I learned how to do the swim move a lot better. I first messed it up, but... Alright, we get the St. Louis Stars icon, 50 stubs, 150 XP. Let's go next one. Here we go, chat.
Cool Papa Bell comes to the Negro Leagues as a pitcher. Had a full repertoire of pitches. Really good fastball, great breaking ball, screwball, knuckleball.
Knuckleball.
He earned the nickname Cool Papa while facing the legendary Oscar Charleston in a crucial situation in a game, and he struck him out.
You're out. I thought Oscar Charleston in Brentfield. Wait a minute, something in my eye. Yeah, that's a curveball in the eye. That's what's in the eye.
And that led the St. Louis Stars manager to say, that guy is cool. And then he added Papa, and the name stuck. But Cool hurt his arm. And it was almost a twist of fate, you might say, that after he hurt his arm pitching, they moved him to the outfield, and the legend of Cool Papa Bell was really born.
Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. That's like a funny name. That's like a funny way to get your last or your nickname. This guy's cool. Papa. Cool Papa. It's kind of funny. All right, so I imagine we're pitching in this one. If I had to take a wild guess. Guess we'll wait and see. I do like that they have like the real audio though. That's so sick. Like that just like enhances the experience. There's no way he had a knuckleball. Oh my god, we're trying this thing right now. Oh my god. Yeah. Imagine taking this car online with the knuckleball. Oh my chat. We should have to striking someone out. Oh my god, I might take that that knuckleball into online. I think it's gross. Ball. Ball. Let's go, baby! There it is. I like that they have these replays, too. That's pretty cool. Also, this stadium mat is nice, too. I don't know if this is one of the newer ones, but... Or at least they updated it. It looks nice. Alright, that one is complete. We get Busch Stadium of the Negro Leagues. 50 stubs, 150 XP. Here we go. Tremendous defender.
Cool Papa Bell is in left field there on our Field of Legends at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum because of another special ball player that's in center field. But Cool Papa Bell is one of the greatest center fielders this game has ever seen. Quick release that made up for the injured arm and blazing speed. He played a shallow outfield, so it was hard to bloop it in front of him. And you had to hit it on a rope to get it over his head because he could get on his horse with the best of them. And Cool would use that blazing speed and ran himself into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1974.
Nice. It's cool that all those guys are in the actual Baseball Hall of Fame. It's just so cool, I think. Because they probably could have been Hall of Famers in their own right, which is pretty cool to think about. Alright, Cool Papa Bell, baby. Let's see how this one works. So we head into this one. I imagine we're playing some defense. Yes, we are. These intros are sick. I just love these so much. Just really enhances the experience. Alright. Oh, that's where the dive is. Oh, I get it now, chat. That's where the dive is. Yeah, see, I can't move him. I think it's just supposed to do it for you, to be honest. The dive we saw in the actual trailer. Glove catch? Oh, gotta move my glove up. Get there! Oh! Oh, what a catch! Yeah, that's the one we saw in the article when he dove out. What a catch! Ba 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 bang! Boom! That's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, we get the Negro Leagues icon pack. Take these stubs at 150 XP. Man, we get the leadoff legend. Here we go. We're going through these pretty quick.
Cool Papa Bell was one of the great leadoff hitters of all time. He became a great switch hitter and then started primarily hitting from his left-hand side. So he's getting a running start from the get-go. Once while playing in Cuba, he hit 3 home runs.
God damn.
And you'll say, well, okay, there's a lot of guys who've hit 3 home runs, but there are not a lot of guys who hit 3 inside
that's
the park
crazy.
home runs in one game.
I don't know if that's ever been done.
Cool Papa Bell, while playing in Mexico, goes from first to third so fast on a single that the Mexican team stopped the game in protest because they swore he had cut across the diamond. There was no way in the world
God.
any man could get around the bases that fast. That's the speed of Cool Papa Bell.
Were you always fast? Oh, yeah, I was fast when I was a little kid. It was just something born in me.
Oh, that's crazy. They stopped the game. They really thought bro was cheating. That was insane. I really do love, like, that they have the actual guy's voice in there, even if it's on radio or even if they have video. It's just super cool to see. And obviously that's hard to get because, you know, the technology wasn't the best when these guys were playing. But even their older years, I think it's still pretty cool to see that. All right, just go to first and third if I had to guess. Oh, no, we're up. What do we got to do? Tally 2 hits, all right. Oh, it's just super cool to see that. You know what I mean? Like, that aspect of the storyline is just insanely cool. Let's see. This game pretty much looks the same as it did last year. That's all good. God, my piece size is so large. Goddamn, playing a rookie. And I still can't hit. That's insane, Chip. That's insane. Alright, let's go ahead and restart that one. That's insane. I'm telling you, sometimes if the PCI gets way too small or way too big, it's sometimes hard to hit. I'm not even gonna lie. Because it's just so... It's huge, you know? You think you're on the ball even though you're not even close. You know? That ball. But it is what it is. Yeah, we're getting through these pretty quick, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Only 7 of them? Wow, like I was right on that pitch. That's tough. Only 7 of them. I feel like we can do these pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Might have to hop into some dynasty if we got some time after. I'll shake it down. Nope. Wow, I cannot hit with this card. Goddamn. This is not good, chat. This is 99? It just boosts the stats on this card and they give us the not so good one. Make sure you're in this card. There it is. Perfect, perfect, baby. Let's go. He's got some pretty good power on his card, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the low power. I mean, get some pretty good doubles and stuff. I mean, maybe it's juiced up because of the moments or whatever, but I don't know. Not too hard. Let's get another hit. One more hit. Come on up. We're getting cooked by the Homestead. Wherever they're from. Kind of better shot the button at this point. Goddamn. Let's keep hitting that, people. I also feel like it's hard to hit in this background. Not gonna lie. Oh, let's go off the base. Oh, I just feel like that white background is very hard to hit against. There's no batter's eye. So it's very hard to hit. Alright, we got our 2 hits. There we go. We're slowly finishing this one up. Got a bat, 50 stubs, 150 XP. Here we go. Last, or whatever this one is. Oh, did I ever stop counting? Oh, no cutscene. Alright. Go on to this one next, baby. Alright. Slowly moving on, chat. Slowly moving on. I really do like how the Negro Leagues has done this, though. Like, this has just been 3 totally bases. Alright. Back at this stadium again. Yeah, just like those, like the lines in the trees just messing with my eyes for some reason. I don't know why. But it is definitely hard to hit. Get down, ball. Nope. Alright, here we go, Chet. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Oh!
Foul ball!
I had that one fair for a minute. Come on, baby.
That's a ball.
I think I swung at that and then he actually ducked. That is insane. I've never seen that before. Get over his head. Bro, come on. Why are you playing all-star defense all of a sudden? What are we doing? That's annoying. Ooh, Papa Bell. Alright. Come on now. Stay fair, ball. Stay fair. And it's going foul. That's tough.
Foul!
Oh, cannot hit on rookie difficulty. This is not good.
Aye. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see.
Yep, that ball went out.
Boom. Get over his head. Let's go in the gap. Alright, might as well go 3. 99 speed. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Oh, alright, we get 2 though.
Right there on the tag. Out.
Now we just need a single. There we go. Just need a single now. We can go into the next one. Nope. He wants to throw me the lowest slider I've ever seen.
Out.
God damn it. That's unfortunate. I thought the slider was a little bit higher. There we go. Alright. Done with this moment. You can go out on to the next one, baby. I do like that they make them super easy, though. I'm not gonna lie. Because I don't like moments as it is, so I'm glad they do that. Alright, we get the bat skin, the 50 stubs, 150 XP, a star among legends.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack, what's poppin', baby? Woo! Y'all ain't know, I go by the name of...
Cool Papa Bell played on 3 of the greatest Negro League teams of all time. You might make a case that they were 3 of the greatest baseball teams of all time. His St. Louis Stars, Homestead Grays, and Pittsburgh Crawfords. He was a star internationally. There was nothing that Cool Papa Bell didn't accomplish playing in the Negro Leagues. I guess you could say the only thing that he didn't accomplish was the opportunity to play in the major leagues. As Cool Papa would say, they said that they would let a black man play in the major leagues if they could find the right one. Well, according to Cool Papa Bell, they clearly weren't looking for the right one because the right ones were all there in the Negro Leagues and Cool Papa was right there in front of their eyes. Well, if you could see it.
You can see it.
Cool Papa Bell became legendary in St. Louis, where he was a member of the great St. Louis Stars, who won multiple championships there in the city of St. Louis. So it was only fitting that the city of St. Louis would name a street for
that's
Cool
pretty
Papa
cool.
Bell. Now, I think the speed limit on Cool Papa Bell Avenue is about 25, 30 miles per hour. Y'all, that's too slow. They should have named a section of I-70 for Cool Papa Bell.
That's pretty funny. There it is. 03 to 91. There it is, chat. There it is. Alright, last moment for Cool Papa Bell. Oh. That's pretty cool. He got a street named after him, though. I think that statue they just showed is probably outside of Busch Stadium, if I had to guess, because that's where they played. So it's probably still there, which is pretty cool. Tally extra base hit. Tally 3 total extra base hits. Or 3 total bases. Yeah, imagine that statue's still there in St. Louis, if I had to take a guess. Because, you know, that's where they play, was Busch Stadium. At night, of course. Alright, extra base hit. There we go. We get one total base, so just need the extra base hit now. Nice little double. That's all we need. Always playing Kansas City. There it is, chat. Always playing Kansas City. This guy can move, though, I'll tell you that. God damn. Alright, there we go. This moment is indeed done. Bada boom, bada bang. Alright, 50 stubs, 150 XP. And that is Cool Papa Bell done. There's his card. There we go. We can take a look at his card, obviously, like we did earlier. Yeah, 89 speed is interesting because they said he's the fastest player alive. So, weird they wouldn't want to give him the 100% on that. Alright, Cool Papa Bell. Really cool storyline. I feel like they were definitely a lot shorter than I remember. But, yeah, very interesting to say the least. Now we're going to get into... Excuse me. Now we're going to go to Bullet Joe Rogan is the next one we have to go through. We can take a look at his card. He was obviously a two-way player like normal, right? Starting pitcher, he had the fastball, curveball, palm ball, and forkball. So, interesting mix to say the least for sure. Pretty average stats on this card. Once again, another contact guy, good fielding, good speed. So, that's what we have. Let's go. Here's the two-way talent. Tane!
What I really love about this phenom by the name of Shohei Ohtani is he's now led folks to come to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum wanting to learn about the great two-way stars of the Negro Leagues.
Look, it's 6 o'clock, I'm hopping out of the bed. Rain falling, calling X, but my phone line's there.
Perhaps the greatest two-way player of them all was the legendary Wilbur Bullet Rogan.
Don't nobody want to dance slow when you pray.
Who was a star for the great Kansas City
course.
Monarchs in the Negro Leagues.
Of course.
Now, Bullet Rogan, at first glance, didn't look like a great athlete. Shohei Ohtani is an imposing figure. He is a big young man. But Bullet Rogan was on the opposite end of the spectrum. Stood about 5'7", weighed about 180 pounds. Satchel Paige would call him chunky. But Bullet Rogan was a tremendous athlete. When Bullet Rogan wasn't pitching, he played the outfield and hit cleanup for the Kansas City Monarchs. Bullet Rogan could rake. Leroy Satchel Paige, who said that Bullet Rogan was the onlyest baseball player that he ever saw, that he ever heard of, that pitched and hit cleanup in the batting order. That was Bullet Rogan.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like the two-way player is very common. Even before Ohtani, I feel like it was common you would do that. Bullets Patercity perhaps made him even more valuable than Satchel Paige. Damn, that's pretty high praise, I ain't gonna lie. But I feel like, even growing up, I feel like you're always taught, like, oh, who wants to pitch? And you know what I mean? Then you hit anyways. It's just, they don't keep up with it because it's hard to maintain that, you know, going long-term into the actual, you know, high school, college, big leagues, right? So, this is what we gotta do. We gotta pitch 2 innings, strike out 2 batters. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. This mix is very interesting. So, you know, with the curveball, fastball, forkball, palm ball, like, we don't really see a forkball or a palm ball really ever. I really think Lee Smith's the only one that really throws the forkball. But the palm ball, I don't think we've ever seen that, to be honest. So, very interesting. Good pitch. Which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Pitch.
That's a ball.
So we got here. Boom. Pitch.
Here.
Let's go, baby.
1 and 2's the count.
Oh, go foul, go foul. There we go. Don't catch that. Let's go. I think I need to strike him out. I think that's what I need to do here. I think it's... There we go. Good pitch. I just gotta pitch, what, 2 innings? Yeah. Don't give up a walk or a run.
Ball.
And
That's down.
There we go. Yeah, the palm ball, I mean, it's not hard to throw. It's the same when you
1-1.
throw a changeup, but it goes significantly slower.
1 and
Goddamn.
2.
The fork.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's got some curve to it as well. I mean, if you miss your spot on it, I mean, it's gonna be gone. But
Ha.
which is
0-1.
pretty interesting. But
Ball.
pitch, let's go,
1 and
baby.
1. 1 ball, 2
Bitch.
strikes. 3.
Let's go, baby. Definitely dicing,
Act 1.
definitely destroying these players, whoever we're facing in Chicago.
Act 2. No
Go,
ball,
someone got a
2
little
strikes.
power. I know my boy's getting there. Let's go. We're playing for the Monarchs. Of course they're getting there. All right, Pete Smith getting shut down, my boy.
Here, 1. 0-1.
Just gross.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
0-2.
That's gonna stay in. Let's go. All right. Here we go. This moment is indeed done, chat. There it is. Let's go on to the next one, baby. Go on to the next one. See what we get for completing this moment. See what we get. We get the Monarchs home jersey, 50 stubs, 150 XP. We also get some XP reward path. There we go. He could flat out rake. All right, here we go. Ah, every time. I always think there's going to be a cutscene, and there isn't. That is tough. All right, now we're going to do the hitting side of him. See how good his actual hitting is. And we'll see what we have to do. Yeah, like I said, I feel like two-way players were super common in this league, and especially growing up and everything. I feel like Ohtani is just the one guy that made it super popular at the pro level, at least. You know what I mean? At least nowadays. So there's a lot more kids you see in the draft that are two-way players now, you know?
That's inside. Ball.
So that is definitely something you see, for sure. Oh my god, I killed that pitch. Because, like, oh, it's caught? God damn. Perfect, too? Oh! Because, yeah, and, like, when you're growing up, you always need two-way players, so I see that. I'm not flying out on a perfect. What are we doing? Oh, no. That's not good. And they boost up these cards to a 99. You see that? And then when you get the cards, they're not actually that good. I don't know why they do that. I feel like these cards should just, like, be, like, low diamonds, you know? In my opinion, just because you have them the whole year, so might as well. Maybe there's a collection reward once all of them are released at the end of like May or something. Then we can actually get a pretty good card from the Negro Leagues. Who knows? Maybe a little diamond something. They've never done like a high card, like a high overall card in the Negro Leagues, so that'd be kind of cool to see. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be kind of cool. All right, last chance to get a hit. Let's see. Oh, good take.
1 ball, no strikes.
Come on, baby. Bullet Rogan, baby. Need a good one here. I might do it. I don't know. It's in the gap enough. Nope. How are you flying out with this card? I don't understand that. I don't get how we're flying out. We're making good contact and stuff, but we're flying. Especially in that perfect. That was wild. I don't understand that. Like, that's like almost another one. That's literally like the same thing. Dude, come on, man. Like, bro, this game is very annoying sometimes. I don't understand that. Don't understand that. Oh my. We're fumbling now. Is this card that bad? There's no way. There's no way, chat. Some of these cards that bad. This is the juice version too. I think this card would be good. You got no power though. You got 100. How is that not gone? I'm so confused. How was that not gone then? Perfect on that too. Get out, ball. Get out, ball. Let's go. I don't even know how that's a home run. That is such a short porch. God damn. It is so short. That is insane. That's so short. That is wild. Alright, come on. Here we go. Come on, baby. Oh my god, another one. Like I got worse PCI and worse timing, and those are my home runs. Like, bro, what? Alright, well, completed the moment, but that is strange. That part's godlike. The Monarchs away, 50 stubs, 150 XP. Now we got the bullet. Here we go.
Bullet Rogan was one of the winningest pitchers in Negro Leagues history. He now holds the distinction of having the 4th highest winning percentage
Wow.
in Major League Baseball history. And of course, he earned his nickname Bullet because he got that thing up to the plate in a hurry. What's even more remarkable is he threw from a no wind-up delivery, and yet his nickname was Bullet.
That's crazy.
He had the heavy fastball. He had a great curveball, a palm ball. I guess you could say he threw everything at hitters, including the kitchen sink. And while his control was not as impeccable as, let's say, a Satchel Paige, Bullet Rogan had the uncanny ability to work himself into jams, but the great stuff and the supreme confidence to get himself out of jams.
All right, there you have it. Interesting they didn't mention the forkball, but yeah, palm ball you don't really see too well. Like I don't even know when that pitch even went out of phase. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of what the knuckleball is right now. You know, that kind of knuckleball is kind of going out the way right now. Only a couple guys throw it. R.A. Dickey was really the last good player. I mean, Matt Waldron's pretty good at it, but I don't know. Interesting to think about. This stadium is so cool in Chicago. Right in the city, south side. It's not Kaminsky Park, but it's still such a cool stadium. I gotta throw a fastball. Get in. Bitch, let's go, baby. Right. I just gotta win the game, not get overrun.
Now what?
Bitch.
Balls, 1 strike.
Don't hit him now.
Ball.
Bitch.
Here.
Right. You gotta throw a fastball to strike out the side on this one.
1.
Palm ball's gross. Oh my.
That's a ball.
Let's go.
Here. 1 and 2's the count.
Right. There we go.
3.
Got out of the jam. There we go. And that mission's done with the Monarchs logo. 50 stubs, 150 XP. 1924.
In the inaugural Negro League World Series held in 1924, Bullet Rogan won 2 of those games and was one of the hitting stars in that series, helping the Monarchs capture Kansas City's first ever professional sports team championship in 1924. Frank Duncan, who had been a great catcher and would eventually manage the great Kansas City Monarchs, when asked about who he would choose between Satchel Paige and Bullet Rogan, Duncan's response was
Really?
Rogan. Because he knew that Satchel had all the stuff to get you out, but Bullet Rogan's versatility perhaps made him even more valuable than the legendary Leroy Satchel Paige.
I can see that. I mean, two-way players are going to be automatically more. I mean, you can see, you see that in the Ohtani MVP race he's always in, right? He can pitch, so it's like more valuable. Obviously, this year he did win, but he didn't pitch. But still, when he did, it definitely helped him out a lot, especially Rookie of the Year, all that good stuff. So that definitely helps you out for sure. All right, what's the challenge? We gotta get 2 hits, get 2 RBIs. All right, here we go, baby. The World Series. That's where we're at right now. Nope. The Negro Leagues World Series. Here we go, baby. Here we go. I think I got 1 in. That's not ideal. Restart. I'll just get those 2 guys in on a hit, and then just get another hit and be done. You know? It'll be easier to do that. Do. So chat. Just keep jamming myself. I love that you can do that, by the way. That's like a new feature they added. As soon as you press the pause, you can just restart the moment instead of waiting for the out, which is kind of fire. Saves a lot of time that you don't think about. So you can kind of load back in. Oh, there we go. So you can kind of load back in there, which is nice. Alright, there we go. Got the 2 RBIs and the hit. Just need 1 more now. Just need 1 more hit. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Nope, it's a... Wow, it's a good dot right there, I ain't gonna lie.
Hole one's
That's
the
a good
count.
dot right there. Ah, missed my spot. That's tough. There we go. There we go. That's 2 hits. On to the next one, baby. Keep it going, chat. Keep it going, chat. There we go. All right, bat 50 stubs, 150 XP. Curveball confidence is the next one.
To give you an indication of Bullet Rogan's supreme confidence, playing down in Cuba, and his catcher was Hall of Famer Raleigh Biz Mackey. And they're facing a team that featured the great Alejandro Ohms, a notorious curveball hitter. And so Mackey is laying down the signs for Rogan, and Rogan's shaking him off because Rogan wants to throw his curveball. And Mackey's like, no, don't throw him a curveball. And Rogan's like, I got this. He can't hit my curveball. And what does he do? He drops 3 hooks
Damn.
and struck Ohms out. Bullet Rogan was a transcending kind of player.
And that's crazy. 3 in a row. That's insane shit. 3 curveballs on the best curveball hitter. Bam. That's confidence right there, chat. That's an athlete. I can only throw curveballs. Oh, no. Still do it.
Ah! No, that missed. That's a ball.
He's got a 12-6 and a curveball now. What the?
Strike 2.
Still throw curveballs. Let's
One ball, 2
go.
strikes.
There it is, chat.
Hey!
3. All right, next one. Let's keep going. Oh, we get the stadium. What does that even say? Muscle backfield? I don't even know how you say that. 50 stubs, 150 XP. Confidence with the bat as well. No, yeah, I was gonna say no cutscene with that one. As we get into the next moment, here we go. Let's keep it going, chat. Once again, the Negro Leagues is so fun to play. Just so fun. Got an extra base hit and run batted in. All right, word. Let's go, baby. Need a double on this one. Let's go. Playing against Birmingham. That's not going to do it, is it? No, it's a sack fly. Just restart so we get a double. That's what it's looking like. Let's go, baby. I'm so low on the PCI. My God. That was not good. Yeah, you can get right back into these things quickly, which I like. It's definitely beneficial, I'm not gonna lie. Nope, take.
That's a ball.
Take.
1-0.
Here we go, baby. Give me my pitch. There we go. Right to the gap. Let's go. Alright, it's another moment. Done, baby. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bang. As we continue it on. Negro League's back skin for the stubs, hurt for the XP. Here we go. We were American.
Wilbur Rogan would join the Kansas City Monarchs after playing for one of the greatest military baseball teams of all time, the legendary 25th Infantry Wreckers.
Interesting.
The thing that I find so fascinating is that these African-American ball players who served valiantly, they were fighting for a country that essentially wasn't fighting for them. And yet if you were to ask them why they wanted to fight, and why they wanted to serve? Well, the answer will be simple. Because we were American. And there's no greater way to prove how American you are than service to your country. Bullet Rogan was nearly 31 years old when he joined the Negro Leagues.
Oh, wow.
By baseball standards, he's old.
Yeah, it's old.
And yet Rogan was still tremendously impactful. He would become one of the first superstars of the newly formed Negro National League. In Kansas City, Bullet Rogan lay at rest in a cemetery in what I guess you could describe as a rather nondescript grave site. And a few years ago, we were able to work with the cemetery,
That's
who
cool.
did not allow upright headstones, to install a monument
That's cool.
that was befitting a player the magnitude of Wilbur Bullet Rogan, who in 1998 finally crossed over that threshold
Yes.
into baseball's immortality when he
Yes.
was inducted into the National Baseball
Let's go, baby. Bullet Joe Rogan, 1893 to 1967. That is insane, Joe. Born in the 19th century. God damn. That is insane. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't have any audio of him, but it's unfortunate, but you know, he did die a long time ago, so you know, I can't really expect that, you know what I mean? Alright, last one. Tally 4 total bases and the run. Alright. Go yard would be nicer, I'm not gonna lie. We're playing in Birmingham, baby. Birmingham. Let's go. Does this have Rickwood Field, actually?
Ball.
Or no?
Ball 1, no strikes.
I think Rickwood Field's in Birmingham, right? Is that is that a fact? Well, I get the run. Might as well restart just to get a hit, honestly. Bum bum bum. Let's go, baby. Fastball change curve on who I'm facing. Boom. Boom boom. That was the worst swing I think I ever could have taken in my life. Goddamn. That was not good. Right. We go again. Boop. Come on, baby. Here we go. Down. Let's go. Going 2. Going 2. Here we go. That might just count as 1, though. Yeah, I was about to say. 1 total base. Alright. Need a triple now. Good take. Good take.
Ball,
Good take.
that's off the plate.
Good take. Base knock, take that. There we go. Just need a double now. There we go. Just need a double check. There we go, baby. 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 Nope, take.
Counts 1 and 0.
I'm just not getting my pitch to hit, chat. That is tough. That is unfortunate. No. Nope. Tough.
Out.
Bum, 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 bum. That's unfortunate. Just need a double here. Oh, that should do it. That should do it. That should do it. Get down, ball. Let's go. Here we go.
No, he's in there safe.
Let's go. Got my double. All right. That is Bullet Joe Rogan done. 50 stubs, 150 XP. And we get his card. There we go. The 80 overall. Right there with a good contact, good speed. The other card is low-key better. I'm not going to lie. The cool Papa Bell is better. All right, we're on to the last one already with Turkey Stern, baby. Let's get into it. Here's his card before we get into this one. Pretty better on the power for sure. Good feeling, good speed. Not bad at all. Obviously, no two-way player here. Just a hitter. So here we go. Let's get it, chat.
Listen.
By now, you may have noticed that the Negro Leagues had great nicknames. As a matter of fact, if you didn't have a nickname, well, you probably couldn't play. And one of the great nicknames and one of the greatest players that you likely never heard of was the legendary Norman Strernes, a.k.a. Turkey Strernes. The great cool Papa Bell would say that if Turkey Strernes is not in the Hall of Fame, then no one should be in the Hall of Fame.
Ooh, that Turkey Stern was something. Somebody could hit the ball. I played with him, against him, and
He could run too. Yeah, he could throw. He could do everything, and was a gentleman. Who I think hit the most home run? Turkey Stearns, I would say.
Norman
That's so
Turkey
cool.
Stearns earned his nickname Turkey because when he ran the base paths, his arms flapped like a turkey. But as I remind folks, this turkey could fly. Around the base paths and in the outfield, tracking down everything that came his way, and he had a cannon for a throwing arm. There was nothing that Turkey Stearns couldn't do on a baseball field.
You just gotta open your eyes.
That's cool, bro. Dude, these are so cool. I love that they have his voice on there, like Papa Bell's voice. Turkey had power and he could fly around the base paths and in the outfield. Bob Kendrick. There we go, baby. How was good, Cam? Was good. 6 stars and work. Yeah, I saw your text. Streaming can be Yeah. We'll play a co-op game tonight for sure, bro. I'm down. I'm down, Lark. I'm down. We can do that. Alright, let's see what we gotta do. Tied 2 total bases. Alright, word. Let's go. Back in this stadium again. The shortest porch I've ever seen. In baseball, goddamn.
Ball.
Here we go, baby.
1 and out.
Oh my god, dude. It's so easy to hit a home run here. Oh my god. Oh my. Here we go, baby. Nice little home run does it. Here we go. 2 total bases. It's complete. Alright, let's go to the next one. We get the Detroit Stars logo, 50 stubs, 150 XP. Now we have Hit It High.
Well, Norman Turkey Stearns, as a member of the Detroit Stars, played at Mack Park, which had what looked like a friendly 265 wall down the right field line. But what you'll want to remember is that wall was 12 feet high. And Norman Turkey Stearns knew that he needed to hit it high and let it fly. Satchel Paige would talk about Norman Turkey Stearns' hitting prowess, that he said Turkey would always hit him. In a game, he had collected 3 hits off of him. And Satchel said, the 4th time up at the plate, I felt like I better just roll the ball to the plate because I can't get him out. When Leroy Satchel Paige says that, then you know you must be a great hitter, and Turkey Stearns was just that.
Alright, Hit It High. Imagine we gotta get a home run if I had to guess. What time I'm gonna nap so I can set an alarm? Shoot for 9 o'clock your time. Let me go chat. To extra base hit and run back. Oh, it's just the extra base hit, alright. Word. Alright, let's go. Oh my. Oh, I didn't even realize how open that is. What the? That is so random. It's just like a field out there. What the? Not even a dugout. Mike, that is so random. What the heck? I did not expect to see that when I turned it around. What the heck? That's strange. Down the line, no.
That's a ball.
Not down the line. Alright, 0-2. Loki got on that one, not gonna lie. No. I gotta restart now. Horrible. That wall is high, but still, like, that short in is just insane. You're gonna get it over there just by hitting, you know what I mean? There it is, it's a double. Let's go, baby. I guess they couldn't make it wide because of those buildings back there, if I had to guess. Yeah, I just didn't realize there was an open field over there near the behind the plate, near the dugout. What the heck? Alright, so we get Mack Park, which is definitely an interesting field to play at. 50 subs, 150 XP, great outfield arm. Here we go. Oh, no cutscene, I guess. Alright, never mind. No cutscene. Outfield assist, maybe? That's what we're going to have to do on this one. Or maybe the same one with cool Papa Bell. Nice. Let's go, baby. Let's see what we got on this one. Yep, in the outfield. Or the assist. Yeah, it's probably going to do it for us because we can't move. Alright. Yeah, we're playing pretty far back, I ain't gonna lie. Okay. A-Y-B. Oh, I messed it up. God damn it. I pressed the first A and then Y, and then it already messed me up. Like, bro, I know how to do the outfield thing. Like, leave me alone. Goddamn tutorial. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn tutorial, man. Oh my, here we go. Run it back. Throw it home, throw it home. Here we go. Got that right. Bang!
Got him on the tag.
Got him on a tag. Oh, yes, sir. Boom. Let's go, baby. Good outfield assist. As we move on. Got the jersey. 50 stubs, 150 XP. Let's talk about power now. Here we go.
Unlike the power personified by Josh Gibson,
What
here's
the heck?
Norman Turkey Strernes, weighing in at about 165 pounds.
Yeah.
So you didn't just automatically see power hitter. But maybe old Turkey had you just where he wanted you, because they would look at him standing there at home plate with his legendary pigeon-toed stance. And I think all the pitchers thought, oh man, I got this dude right where I want him. And old Turkey had him set up, and he would knock that thing out the ballpark with the best of them. Is why a lot of people are surprised to learn that he led the Negro Leagues in home runs 7 seasons. He hit over 300 in 16 seasons.
Damn.
He now ranks number 6 in career Major League
Insane.
lifetime batting average and number 6 in all-time slugging percentage. I guess that's why
insane.
you could say you never judge a book by its cover.
He's third. That's crazy. Let's keep going, chat. Going with the power. Let's keep it going, chat. Here we go. Yeah, these are fun to do, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's like 2 extra base hits, alright? Yeah, these are fun to do. I love playing through the storylines. They're just fun to play through. So I might have had that one down the line. Here you go, baby. Oh, no. Oh, good take, good take. Good take, baby, good take. This stadium is crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. Mac Park. Oh, my. Oh, my. Dude, that ball is so short. Look at everyone just chilling over here. Like, there's not even a dugout. They're just all just chilling on benches. Like, that's so random. Kind of love that about this park, though. It's kind of funny to look at. I was so late on that pitch. Goddamn. People are just chilling by the ropes over there. Oh, my God. What the? That's how you can tell this is old, chap. Through. Alright, might as well try to go 2 here. Let's go. Press a single into a double. Alright, this one's complete. Let's keep it going, baby. Keep it going. Alibi. Nah. I beat the Detroit Stars road jersey, 50 stubs, 150 XP. Never judge a book by its cover. No cutscene. Yeah, kind of figured no cutscene there. Not gonna lie, just went over that. Like an alibi. Alright, let's keep going. We're almost done pretty much with this. I'm pretty sure we're almost done, chat. Might have like 1 more after this, maybe. 4 total bases. Yeah, I mean, we got through these pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie. We got through them pretty quick. So, that's something to think about. God, destroyed that ball. God damn. Save! Let's go. 2 more total bases. Going through these pretty quick. That's gone? How is that even gone? I mean, I'll take it, but god damn, I don't even know how that's gone. Alright, 4 total bases. There we go, chat. This should be the last one. Bat, 50 stubs, 150 XP. Let's keep going to the next one. Here we go.
As a power hitter, Turkey Stearns really never counted his home runs, particularly if they didn't help them win a game. As a matter of fact, the great Buck O'Neil joined the Monarchs the same year that Turkey was there. And Turkey, like most great hitters, had multiple bats. And so in this particular game, he hit it to the warning track, where the opposition caught it right on the base of the warning track. And that night, Buck says he goes up to check on Turkey in his hotel room, and there's Turkey sitting in the bed with the two bats. He had the lighter bat that he had used for the flyout, and he's got the heavier bat. And he looks at the lighter bat and says, if I hadn't used you, and I would have used you, I would have hit that ball out the ballpark. Now, I'm not going to say that Turkey was superstitious, but there might have been a little bit of stitious to his game, and it served him well because Norman Turkey Stearns
He's also in the Hall of
was a
Fame.
tremendous all-around hitter who hit for power and hit for average.
There he is. It's cool they're all in the Hall of Fame. It's so cool that they put like all the Negro League guys in the Hall of Fame that were already dominant. Put all their stats in MLB. I think that's pretty cool. Alright. It's probably done the same thing in the MLB. Let's go, chat. Looking at the bats. Alright. Imagine this hit a home run. Tied 2 hits, run bat in. Alright. We're in Newark, New Jersey, baby. We haven't seen Newark too often throughout the Negro Leagues, to be honest. At least when we've been playing. I guess no one was good from their team. But,
0-1.
we've seen the Indianapolis Clowns, you know, we've seen the Monarchs. We've seen, the Grays, right? Pittsburgh team. We've seen a lot of teams, but I don't think we've seen Newark too much. There we go, baby. Get down ball. There it is. Alright, just need one more hit. We should be good. Yeah, this might be the second to last one, I think. Yeah, one more hit, one more hit. Nice field. I like this field. It's very dark, though. Very dark. Just like a black hole out there, I'm not gonna lie. Just nothing out there. Come on, baby. Give me a good pitch. That was a good pitch. Yeah, it's just nothing. It's so dark out there. And that wall is huge, if you can even look. You can even see that. That wall is just massive. Boom, boom, ba-da, ba-da, down. Come on, baby. Oh my. Give me a good one to pitch on. Free fastball is the inside part of the plate. God damn. Yes, there it is, chat. Over the short porch. That looks like the Crawford boxes over there in Houston. God damn, there we go. Just over the little short wall. Tie 2 hits. Bada boom, bada bang. I'll get the uniform one, 50 stubs, 150 XP. Alright, this is the last one. Refuse to be bitter.
Turkey Stearns hailed from Nashville, Tennessee. Fell in love with the game of baseball at an early age, and it would ultimately lead him to his dream of playing in the Negro Leagues. There are those who will say that Turkey Stearns, like a lot of the great players from the Negro Leagues, should have had an opportunity to play in the Major Leagues.
Tough.
And they're right. But Turkey Stearns harbored no bitterness, never expressed any ill will toward anyone who may have attempted to perpetrate something against them as they were trying to play baseball in this country. And I find that spirit to be so endearing. Turkey Stearns knew that he played with and against some of the greatest athletes to ever play this game.
It's true.
They just happen to be in the Negro Leagues.
Hall of Famers.
And I'm so proud that the city of Detroit has continued to recognize the exploits of Norman Turkey Stearns.
That's pretty cool.
With the renovation of Hamtramck Stadium in Detroit. The field is aptly named for Norman Turkey Stearns. And of course, the great Turkey Stearns flew himself into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2000, a place that he so deserved to be.
There he is. Norman Turkey Stearns, 1901 to 1979, baby. Alright, there it is, chat. All the cutscenes in storyline so far. Obviously, there's going to be 3 more released, I imagine, or going to be more released in the future, but all the cutscenes for now. We got one more moment to do, and then we can get the final 2 cards. There we go. Tally a total. God. Okay, that's a lot. Extra base hit, basically. That's a lot. Run, extra base hit, 3 total bases. So basically, home run, we're good. God damn, you caught that instantly. Come on now. Caught that pitch instantly. God damn, Chad. Here we go. Here we go. Nope. Gotta reset. Want the extra base hit? Come on now. At least a single, then I can get the extra base hit. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That was a horrible pitch to swing at. My God. How big the PCI is, though. God damn. Imagine playing like this online. Oh my. Be actually godlike. Like, seriously.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Be insanely good online. Like, you stop throwing me goddamn curveballs. Thank you. God damn, bro. Stop throwing me curveballs. Why not go 3? Only count as 1. Oh, it did count as 2, actually. Okay. Take that. Alright, just need a single now. Just need a single now. That's not a single, unfortunately.
He's go.
Alright, bottom 6. Probably got 2 more chances. Come on now, give me a single. Oh, wow, right at him. Oh my, good, right at him. That is annoying. That is annoying. Alright, last chance to get a single. Come on now. Work with me, game. That will technically do it. Alright, I don't know how that pitch did it, but alright. Here we go. Alright, we're officially done with the storylines moments, chat. Here we go. Here we go. Got all the cards and everything. 50 stubs, 150 XP. Exit out. We get Norman Turkey Strernes card. There we go. And we get the achievements. There we go. Complete the storylines. There we go. And we get the Walt Bucko Neared Leonard card, which is exciting. And there you go. There's storylines complete, baby. And we can go ahead and take a look at their cards in Diamond Dynasty real quick. We go to my inventory, my MLB players. Then we go to flashbacks and free agents, and here they are. Yeah, it's only free agents to have a flashback, which is kind of funny. Yeah, here they are. Pretty cool that we can get these done. But yeah, really fun to play so far. I like them a lot. The cards are actually pretty solid as well for early games. So definitely was a lot of fun. But that's going to do it for on the stream. I literally just wanted to play the storylines because I thought it'd be a lot of fun to play, and it definitely was a lot of fun. For sure, I always like playing storylines, so shout out to the team. Obviously, we'll be back again when they release some more stuff about storylines, which will be exciting. But yeah, with that being said, that's going to be the end of the stream, guys. Make sure you guys check out the recent videos they posted on the stream. I did a video on Road to the Show that was a lot of fun to make, so make sure you guys go check that out. It'll be like the first video on the channel. But shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Shout out to Tristan. Shout out to Cam for being here. Appreciate y'all for being here. But that's going to be it for the stream. Just a short little one on storylines. But with that being said, go check out their videos, other streams, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.